Helena Schools is a small school in Zimbabwe Park community. It was founded in 2010, so we're celebrating our 10th year anniversary this year. And we're an aspirant school. I think we're a school that was always sought to make an impact in the community, where the kind of education we try to offer might not have had access through issues of affordability and so forth. So we always try to make an impact in what we do. What is it that's going to make our students stand out the most and succeed later on in life? So we're giving them the knowledge and the skills that are necessary to excel. Online has been an incredible journey. It came with no notice. The schools were shut down in the middle of our first term, and we were nowhere near being ready to transform from traditional learning into digital learning and enter our wonderful partners at ODILO, who then incorporated the online library as part of that process.
We decided to go with ODILO because, one, their international reputation. Two, they were in keeping with what we were looking for as a school. We were looking for an abundance of reading resources for our children, and ODILO fit exactly with what we were looking for.
My name is Helena. I'm 5 years old. What I like about it is that I can read new books. I have read Vampirina and Diary Olympic Kid. My favorite book is Vampirina. I want to read 10 books in 5 days.
The library, I must say, is fantastic. It's an awesome addition. What we have now been given the privilege as parents is to actually walk our daughter into that library journey and experience hand in hand with her. So we know what's in the library, we know the books that she's getting. We're not getting stories without actually seeing exactly what's happening. So we're doing it together. So you can imagine the joy that we have to actually choose books together, read them together, and then just see her growing in that regard. So we're very grateful and excited at the addition of the online library.
The book club is an interactive way that I can encourage my children to read. I can monitor their reading styles, and I can also set some questions.
Wow, using the library at home is very, very interesting for us. It's almost like everybody is a member of the library. It starts off with mom, who initially registered and got Kayla enrolled onto the platform.
We found textbooks on how to allow the teacher to teach not the theory of critical thinking, but the actual skill, what exercises they can do with the children, how to develop problem solving. And it was incredible because the topic of introducing skills in education has been spoken about for a long time, but the access to the resources wasn't there, and ODILO answered that question spot on for us. ODILO has allowed us to have access to thousands of library books at a very affordable price. Because again, access is important to our vision, and the fact that we're able to deliver that kind of breadth of reading material, but at a fraction of the cost of a physical library or the expectation for the parent to buy the library books, has been excellent for us.
Would I recommend such a thing? I would say that it's a much needed resource. If anybody wants to continue having library and books online for their children, I would recommend any institution of education to get their hands on this.
I would highly recommend anyone to use the ODILO Digital Library.
Beyond COVID-19, this is the new normal. For more access to resources, for more learning materials, for greater exposure, this is the answer to learning in the future.
We don't think that learning is ever going to be the same again. And even though we were not tech ready, it was necessary for us as the educators to catch up. And this has been the impact for us completely. We now speak the same language as our students. And then for the students, I feel that we are now doing them the correct service because we're using the technology as a tool, whether it is the library or our platform or other solutions that are available, as a tool to deliver a relevant education to the children. And I don't think their learning is ever going to be the same again.